People come to a psychologist with very different requests. It's very good when a person, even in a tough mental state, clearly formulates their request. They say, I have this issue, I don't want this doesn't work for me. So the person is in a state of neurosis, but at least they articulate their request. I like such people. They start addressing the problem rather than drinking beer around the corner. They come and ask questions and try to solve them. Well done. Good job. But there are people, not many but some, who say, I don't know. I have everything, a car, an apartment, children, a summer house, but something is just not right. Everything feels wrong. This kind of request, everything is somehow wrong, happens sometimes. Now let's think about what people want. If a person has no desires and everything feels wrong, most likely they are living someone else's life, wearing someone else's clothes, working at the wrong job, living with the wrong partner. How did they end up at this stage in their life? They don't quite understand because there is such a thing as introjects, adopted beliefs from outside. They influence much more than you think. You think this way? No. It's very important how much we are spinning in this huge information field, and these introjects are very well absorbed by our heads, and we think that we want this ourselves. And the main introject of the 21st century is, you know what? Social achievements. This success, forward, higher, cooler, stronger, faster, more. And people get involved in this flow and think that these are their real desires. In fact, introjects exist everywhere because they are absorbed from outside. Like this, first you have to stand on your own feet, then have a child. And you somehow never stand on your feet, never stand up because the desire is another desire, completely different. But you don't even consider it because, no, of course it's not accepted. But by the age of 30, a person should have done something. Another introject that's written in our heads, and we must comply. It's not accepted, it's not done. And so we lose touch with ourselves, with our desires. We don't even formulate them, don't consider them. We live in this introject. And when we lose touch with ourselves, we lose touch with the world and the people around us. And practically we exist in this ion, and that's why a person says, who am I at all? What do I want? I don't want anything. Imagine someone gave you a jacket, very fashionable, asymmetrical, with impossible diamond buttons. Just a stylist, very famous, gave it saying, it's your thing, look how it shines. How good it is, take it. Don't think it's excellent, look how good it is. And you put on this jacket and everyone says, good, wear it. You somehow button it. It's a really fashionable thing. But it's somehow uncomfortable and you don't like it. Don't think about it, you'll get used to it, don't worry. Yes, remember this picture. You are standing in this terribly fashionable jacket. Now, let's think about what our mind does. Our mind operates only if this future doesn't exist yet. We don't understand what word to define it with. That's why the mind doesn't operate with these concepts. Why didn't our great-grandmothers have cellulite? Well, there wasn't such a word. There wasn't such a word. And it wasn't considered. Then it appeared, and this information flow started to form. And now we deal with this concept. Let's realize what is in our heads. In our heads, there is some word. It is clear to us. And we operate with these concepts in life. So we live today or yesterday. Today everything is clear, and I do so. And the breakthrough, the move to oneself, to start thinking about oneself, to start leaving this introject, that's the future, which is not clear, not understandable, not even in our heads. Because the mind is very afraid of unclear things, and the future is just unclear and unknown. And our eye is set up so that we see either expected things or what we fear a lot. So we pick out either what we definitely expect or what we are very afraid of, to track it just in case. And this flight, explosion, breakthrough, movement to oneself, these are absolutely unclear things, which our eye doesn't even see, because the mind doesn't consider this. So far, everything is clear, right? Therefore, you operate well with familiar things. You sit in this jacket, you don't like it, but everyone says, good. You fit into this reality where you must please other people. Because we are social animals, and this jacket is too small for you. It squeezes you. It's not you at all. It doesn't let you be yourself. But it's not good to take it off. It won't be approved by people. And this introject of the 21st century is when higher, stronger, cooler, and we must always run a bit more. Run to where we don't want to because we don't define the goal either, right? We must speed up and speed up because this is also not defined by us. You have to reach some certain level by some age and definitely occupy a certain position. And we start running in this circle, this wheel or circus, running around it. Nothing we like there, this jacket squeezes us, but we can't take it off. And in the end, we come to the point where a person comes to the reception and says, something's wrong, I don't like anything. Because he lives not his own life. To make this breakthrough, it's not even in our heads. How can we step into something we don't even define by word? Therefore, first return to your head. I don't want this. Unbutton the jacket, take it off, and return it to the owner. The cool stylist owner says, How, it's from my heart to you, so good. You don't understand. You're in some kind of blinkers. Return this jacket to the owner. It's not yours. It doesn't suit you. It squeezes you. Start the path to the only person who will solve your problems, to yourself. When you ask yourself the main question, do I really want this? If I don't do what others expect from me, what will happen? They won't accept me. Well, imagine you already meet all the expectations. You've already achieved what your mom wanted. Did what your colleagues expect. Did everything. Complied. What next? When finally do I start thinking about myself? Going to myself, fulfilling my desires. It will have to be done. This exercise needs to be done. Well, you're 90 years old, and you regret that you spent on something completely empty. It was all not yours. That is, it's very difficult to separate yourself from introjects because you don't think in other terms. And introjects say, you must be a good wife and a good mother. And you are working hard at work. And then you must be a good mother, came home and still have to comply. But it doesn't work out, because there is some glitch, and we explain this. You know how? Vitamin deficiency. Well, it's just by chance, and retrograde Mercury, Mars went the wrong way. Therefore, I will take more, I will go for massage and take on more difficulties at work, and there will be more claims to the child, and you are even more involved in this runaround. It's not about vitamin deficiency and retrograde Mercury, but about your thinking, your consciousness. When you take this cell in your head, realize it a little and unclench it with, I will go where I want, I will try to master this future, which I don't know what it is, but I know for sure that what is now is not mine. And I gained the experience of this step towards myself. It's very hard, it's unusual, it's scary. But if you don't even do this, if you continue to run in circles, then there will be emotional burnout. Then you will sit and say, well, I don't know what I don't want. Therefore, it is better to want in one place that belongs to you, in your head. Just think a little. I won't do this. I won't carry this. What will happen? Well, the head will start giving out these introjects. You can't do that. It's not accepted. It's not good. And then you suddenly exhale a little and start moving in the opposite direction, towards yourself. Because when we run a lot and always compare ourselves with competitors, everyone is better, everyone is cooler. Because everyone is included in this run higher, stronger, faster. Then it turns out that you don't live with people but with constant competitors, with constant rivals. You compare yourself with very successful people. Success is a very controversial issue. Again, an introject. What is success? This is when you live your life, and this will be an achievement for you. and this will be a feeling that I did what I wanted. It's very hard. So let's do this wonderful thing. I'll ask myself, I will take off this jacket and they will say I'm not fashionable. Well, I'll survive. Yes, I'm at this point in my life. Did I come here, or was I told I should come here? And people lead me with very important messages. Are these messages important to me? So, on this topic, you need to unclench these twigs in your mind a little. Introjects are there, but this is your own life, your own expectations from yourself. And then you won't need to go to different smart people asking, tell me what I want, because I somehow don't know. Let's think about this. Reflect and write letters to our future selves. It's very useful for us to clean everything up a bit, stop running in circles, take off this fashionable jacket and think about our real desires. And at this moment, thanks to those who believe in self-reflection, imagine your future self and write your own. Let it be strange, silly, from the world's point of view, and your mind will belong a little to you.